Welcome to Life Hacks with the Tipman. I am Tim Thompson, the Tipman. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time, I have a weird hobby. I collect tips, always have, don't know why. Love them, love testing them, love verifying them, and love sharing them with you. And my ask is, when you see these tips on the show, if there's some that don't really apply to you or whatever, don't just discount them. What I'd like you to do is share them with your friends and family, those people who you think could actually benefit from them. Do it, you'll feel good about yourself. It'll be your good deed of the week. So, let me start into the tips. So when I'm looking for tips, I look in all kinds of different places. Websites, podcasts, magazines, newspaper. I look all over. I actually got this one from a podcast. And you might remember Scott Adams. He's the cartoonist who did the Dilbert series. He has this podcast, and several weeks ago he was talking about how he used to hate to go to parties. He said, I'd hate it because I hate small talk. I don't know how to do it. It's boring.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, he discovered this life hack that changed everything for him. Basically, it turned not wanting to go to parties where actually he doesn't mind it anymore. So what's the life hack? It's pretty simple. He just asks open-ended questions. Open-ended questions, that's all he does. And he has a bunch of them memorized. So when he goes into a party, he'll ask questions like, hey, what are you working on right now that excites you? Where are you going on vacation this year? What's been the best part of your previous week? Just questions like that to kind of get people engaged. Now, I've been doing this tip for a number of years myself, and I will tell you, at first, when you ask these kind of open-ended questions, you kind of feel like, man, am I being too invasive? Am I being kind of nosy? Here's the reality. People are so shocked that someone's actually asking them a question and wanting to know information about you that they're just like, wow, and they just start sharing it. I have never, in all the years I've used this hack, have ever had anyone go, hey man, you're being a little invasive there.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Never happened. People just love to talk and share, and you're giving them the opportunity to do it. And as Scott Adams points out, he said, look, just for most people, you're giving them that big opportunity for them to just go on and elaborate. So great tip, need to do it, low effort. Just ask a few questions. Now, I will tell you, Scott Adams did not come up with this tip on his own. In fact, it comes from a book that was published in 1938 called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Yes, the book is over 80-some years old, but it's still valid. It's a great book. If you've never read it, I highly encourage you to do it. A lot of good stuff in there. So for my second tip, it is entitled, Genius Woman Saves My Balloons. I was actually a couple months ago buying a bunch of balloons for a party. And, I was doing the obstacle course. I had like 10 balloons, and I was working my way through the grocery store, and I had to get them all checked out. And then I had to try to make it outside the store and hope none of them would fly off. And then I had to get them into the back of my car, and it was painful. Fascinating, this woman actually stopped as I'm doing this, putting in my car, and goes, hey, I've got a great tip for you. Clearly this woman didn't know I was the tip man, but regardless, I said, yeah, sure, lay it on me. She goes, when you get balloons, just put them in big garbage bags. It's easy to carry them around. So it just so happened a couple weeks later, I was going to another party, and I had to buy another big supply of helium balloons. So I brought garbage bags with me, and sure enough, it's an amazing tip. It works great. You just go ahead and stick them in there, check them out, easy to put in your car, they don't get in your way. The only thing I would say about this tip is balloons take up more space in a garbage bag than you'd think, so take at least several garbage bags. But it's a great tip. Genius. My third tip is entitled, Gorilla Glue Beats Everyone Else. And what I mean by that is when you're looking for the best super glue, and by the way, being a tip life hack guy, super glue is important. I've always found Gorilla Super Glue is great. Consumer Reports backs that up. Other testing sites have found the same thing. In fact, Gorilla Regular Glue, awesome stuff, works great. Consumer Reports, same thing is tested, and it's one of the best. Now, when it comes to duct tape, a little bit different. Gorilla duct tape is excellent, but also the Duck brand Max Strength is also great. Honestly, if you need to get some duct tape, either one of those would be great. Just get whichever one is cheaper. But now I'll tell you, one of my favorite all-time duct tape tips is this. Basically, whenever you're traveling, go ahead and take an old credit card, or in my case, an old AAA card, and just wrap about 5 to 6 feet of duct tape on it. Now you may be thinking, 5 to 6 feet of duct tape, that can't do a whole lot. I am here to tell you, it has saved me numerous times. Yeah, I have used duct tape covering up blinking LED lights, covering peepholes, hemming my pants after a hem came out, fixing zippers. Probably the most famous hack is I was on a mission trip and our shower head kind of broke off the wall. It was kind of hanging, not sure how. Duct tape held it up. It was amazing. And hey, by the way, Apollo 13, it is absolutely legitimate. Duct tape saved Apollo 13. They even talk about it in the movie. Great tip. For my fourth tip, it is entitled Round Trip to Hawaii for Under $200? So if you're not familiar with the website going.com, you need to be. It used to be called Scott's Cheap Flights. I actually like that name because it kind of described what the website does, but they changed it, going.com. But what going.com is, it's basically a group of people who are constantly researching flight fares, trying to find the best deals around the world. And when you go to their site and subscribe, which you can do for free, they will email them to you and make you aware of special deals going on. You can save all kinds of money. Legitimately, they have had deals out there where Hawaii round trip under $200 a person, Iceland under $300 per person, which I assure you is an amazing deal. As I said, the basic service is free, doesn't cost anything. If you go a little higher, you get a premium service, which is like $49. That does international fares. Also, it covers mistake fares, which if you've never heard of that, airlines do screw up from time to time. They'll put a fare out there they didn't intend to. The majority of airlines will honor mistake fares. Some won't, but most will. Also, going.com has an elite fare for, I believe it's $199 a year. And with that, you can look at premium economy and business class. So if you're used to sitting in the front of the airplane, the elite subscription is definitely worth it. So bottom line, if you're looking for a really affordable airfare, going.com is the site. And let me point out, I'm not compensated in any way by this site or any products or anything else on this podcast. For the fifth tip, it is entitled Flying with a Toddler. Do this and everyone will love you. So I got this tip from a mother some years ago. She'd had a bunch of small kids, and she said, you know, Tim, she said, I always hated flying with them because inevitably one of them would cry. And when they cry, you just see everyone else is just like, oh, it's a crying baby. So she had this genius idea. She went to Home Depot, bought a box of really cheap earplugs. I mean, I'm talking like less than $10 for a box. And whenever she'd fly with one of her toddlers, when she got to her seat, she'd say, hey folks, I'm gonna do my best to keep my toddler from crying, but in case they do, I've got some earplugs for you guys, and would pass them out. Genius. Because if the toddler did cry, hey, less guilt on her part, only cost her $10, and her fellow passengers appreciated the effort she put into it. Genius hack. Okay, this is my sixth and final tip. It is entitled, Stop Dirt and Pet Hair at the Door Forever. And how you can do this is by using something called a sticky mat. Now, I've been on the planet a long time, longer than anyone else in the room here. Yeah, longer.
Bruh, chill.
And I had never heard of sticky mats. But apparently they're used in medical facilities and labs all the time. And basically what a sticky mat is, and by the way, here's a picture of one. A sticky mat is kind of like a lint roller that's kind of laid out flat, and it's about 2 feet by 3 feet. And when you step across it, it just takes all the dirt off your shoes or feet. And when the mat gets kind of dirty, you just peel off the messy layer, kind of like a lint roller, and you have a new layer to step on. The beauty of this product is if you have like any renovations going on outside your house and you don't want family members tracking junk in, or if it's kind of raining, muddy outside and you don't want your pet to bring in that mud, or if you have a spouse who does woodworking, you don't want all the sawdust coming in your house, sticky mats work. And by the way, here's a pro tip. You can actually put 2 sticky mats side by side, so you're capturing everything. I love these sticky mats. And by the way, they're cheap. You can get a sticky mat for like $30, and it's got like 60 of them in there, so it will last forever. So do me a favor, go below. If you like the show, please like, subscribe. Also, I have a lot of great links down below that you can go to. And by the way, I'd really love your feedback. Anything you think that make the show better, I want to hear it. If I screwed anything up, I want to hear that too. I hope you like these tips. I hope some of them are a benefit to you. Please share them with others. Please share the love. Remember my motto, small tips, big wins. Have a great week.